So particularly for people with weight loss, I find that one of the biggest mistakes I see, specifically people coming from eating an animal-based or carnivore keto kind of diet, is people tend to undereat just because the foods are so satiating, so nutrient dense that, and they think, well, I'm trying to lose weight, so I should be calorie restricting. I had one woman who initially she came to me and she was having even some vegetables. She was eating a keto diet, so she was having vegetables. She was having the different meats and fats, and we had only spoken once before the next time she reached out, which was 6 months later. And so initially she had all this variety, and as the time went on, she would message me on the side, but she would say, okay, I'm going to remove broccoli, I'm going to remove fish, I'm going to remove chicken, now pork. And she reached out to me saying, I'm eating only beef and I'm not losing any weight. What's going on? And I'm eating 1,500 calories and I'm 5'10". So I said, I don't know where you got the idea that you should be doing beef only. I think people specifically, if they have an autoimmune condition, I think it could be a really, really helpful tool to figure out which foods are causing reactions. But for people who are trying to specifically lose weight, you don't have to go to a beef only diet to lose weight. And I want you to do a diet that's going to be sustainable and also enjoyable, because while 6 out of 7 people who start a diet lose weight, over 85% of them are going to regain that weight within 3 years. But I told this woman, I said, I think one, you should be upping your calories, upping your fat, and even having more variety. Like, you don't have to be just doing beef only. So she was nervous about it because you want to lose weight and you don't want to be overeating. So she ended up adding in more food, adding in more fat, adding in more food overall. And she messaged me a couple weeks later, was like, I've already lost 10 pounds and I don't even know how this happened. I'm eating more food and I'm losing weight. So that's definitely a reoccurring pattern I see with people, is just the idea that calories in, calories out, or calorie restrict when you're eating nutrient dense foods. Well, even protein heavy foods, are just the thermic effect of food are having so much protein. It takes actually a lot of energy to burn that, and we're using more calories to burn the protein. But also when we don't give our bodies enough food, our bodies kind of go in that starvation mode where it thinks, for all it knows, you're in the middle of a deserted island. You could be not having any access to food. It has no idea that you have a grocery store right down the street. So it decides that, okay, instead you're going to give me just this little bit amount of food. I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm not going to lose the weight because I want to keep you alive. 20 to 25 pounds to lose anyway, which that last 10 to 15 is just like usually the hardest. So she's gotten back to that point where she just has that tiny amount left to go. But she's still keeping going strong, and like a 1 pound here and there, which I think is healthier to lose for someone who only has like 10 pounds to lose 1 pound a month, I think is pretty good.
Annotated and summarized, easy to share with loved ones. The description below the title for this video has these summary points.